everyone, and welcome to InTHEknow360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm-hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journey of high-achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like-minded individuals on the road to greater success. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Banks. He is joining us tonight. Yay! Thank you so much for taking time out to join me. I appreciate you making sure that I have so many different platforms going on. Oh gosh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And the first question is, who is Banks?
That's like the main question I get. um, Banks is just I always label myself as I'm just me, so that's why I went by my last name. For as the artistry level. Um,
Mhm.
Banks is my dad's last name. It's a just a carry on generation. I'm a third, so I
Mm.
just keep it going, and yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. I'm just myself in all aspects of life. I always want to make sure I leave that impression. Like I don't want to be somebody else. I'm not trying to live for, obviously I want to help people and live for other people and stuff like that. But I always remember like who I am and this is my journey. This is my life. So I'm just Banks because I get it a lot. Like people be like, people ask me questions like, how do you do this with this situation and
Mm.
all of that. And I'm just like, yo, I just be me. Like I just remain who I am. I can't worry about what
Right.
other people think, which is tough sometimes, but it happens.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you shout out to I said it. Thank you for that's where I met you. So I just wanted to give him a shout out too.
Yeah.
And I do greatly appreciate you joining me this evening. So let's talk about the industry, right? From music to food blogging.
hmm
You found success in so many areas between music, food blogging, writing. How do you manage to juggle all of your passions? And what motivates you to keep pushing forward in these fields?
I just told myself, remember what you really want to do, like what's your main thing, like which has always been music.
Right.
Growing up, music is just like it's the feeling that people get with music, whether you happy,
Mhm.
sad, cooking, cleaning,
Right.
showering, getting dressed at a function, dancing with your kids, dancing with your moms, just whatever. Though a song can remember so much,
Mm.
and food does the same thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
food does the same thing for me, and I like watch like a lot of reality TV, but
Mhm.
like the old reality TV, like not like the new little crazy stuff that be going on. But like a lot of stuff that just relates to like family and like stuff like that, like food and not just family. Like one of my favorite shows is The Real World, and
Oh, okay.
I like how eventually like they'll become family and like they'll do the Sunday dinners and stuff like that. So cooking has always been something that I love to do, like just for on an everyday basis, like bringing people together. If like we having like functions and stuff like that, I won't
Okay.
mind cooking because I know
Right.
what joy that it brings for me to see other people enjoying just their time to relax and get away from home and eat some
Yeah.
good food and enjoy with the family. And plus, my dad he cooks. We used to work on a food truck, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. And I started doing it as an adult, like
Uh-huh.
in the summertime and when I had some free time. And I went to school. I didn't finish yet. I'm still going to Cincinnati
Oh,
Cooks. But
okay.
to overall answer it, just like I said before, live and
Mhm.
do what you do for yourself. Like I don't do food and book writing for others. I do music for myself, but also for others, like to show people like you can do this and like get out there and just entertain the world. But far as like the food and the book writing and the
Mhm.
acting and all that other stuff, that's just me trying to expand my horizon and do more things in life. Because I wasn't always like that person. Like growing up in high
Okay.
school and middle school, being different, and I was always like just I had friends and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
like activities and something that was for me. My joy was watching other people's joy. Watching other
Okay.
like when we did like gym class and when like basketball games came up and just
Yeah.
sports and other things. I found joy like watching everybody else live for their moments, and then when I became an adult, it was like I started finding things
Mm.
I was good at and what I can do. So
Mm.
that's pretty much it forever.
Oh, okay. What was the type of food that you sold in the food truck?
So when I first started on the food truck, I kept it simple. I did like
Uh-huh.
a because the venue they wanted to continue what the last person did, which was
Hmm.
like street foods. So they serve like tacos and like sliders and stuff. So I kept it within that range, like rotel dip, sliders, chicken wings, and tacos and pastas, and like I will always try to serve something like a small simple, like something that they could just walk around with. Because the venue
Oh, okay.
is outside, it has an outside and an inside. So I will always give them like a self serve thing. And then
Oh.
like when I started doing like venues, I
Uh-huh.
would serve like my signature stuff, which is like a pasta or
Mm.
rotels and tacos. You can never go
Oh,
wrong with
that sounds good.
tacos and stuff like that. So that was pretty much. But I would always try to like change it, like a chicken taco or uh,
Mm.
something like that.
So I heard there's this person that I interviewed a while back, and she said that she makes some oxtail tacos. Have you
Mhm.
ever like done some oxtail or
So
or something exotic? You
this is
know?
what I always tell people because my sister she can cook, like my big sister, and my dad he can cook. And
Uh-huh.
we all like have our niche. I'm
Uh-huh.
not an exotic cook. I'm not at all,
Uh-huh.
but I will learn to. I can. I just choose not to. I always
Mhm.
try to remember, like as a chef, you are not the person eating the food. Yes, you have to be
Oh,
educated and stuff like that. But like I always try to channel like wherever I'm going or whatever I'm cooking. I know what these people
right.
like. Like in Cincy, they like chili. This is the
Oh, yeah.
chili and pizza
Right.
stuff like that. So I try to always tend to that crowd.
Ah.
If I'm at like a bar who need like a local cook or something, I'm going to
Mhm.
eat chicken wings, chicken tenders,
Okay.
fries, and stuff like that. Because if I go out my way to do these type of things, I'm wasting money.
Mm.
Now, if I get booked for like a venue that's like upscale and want some oxtails and salmon and lobsters and all that, yeah, I'll do it. I'll
Well,
definitely do it.
that's so dope. Like lobster rolls or something like that?
Salmon rolls, soul rolls, lobster, seafood boy. I
Wow.
pretty much can do it all. I always like to learn first. Like I used to do food reviews at my house. Like
Mm.
I had like food when I first
Wow.
started doing food. I used to do like food reviews at my mom's house back in like
Wow.
2014, and have my family and friends come over and taste little things that I tried, and they liked it. But some people might not like everything you do. But
That's a good idea. Look, let me know when you're having a food review again.
no problem, I sure
I'm,
will.
I'm for real. I'm a foodie, so
You too. So I got you.
okay. So thank you. And I'm just curious, do you bake too? Or
I'm not the best baker, but I
uh-huh.
can bake. I
Oh,
rather not bake.
uh-huh.
Like there's certain foods that I rather not bake just because it's just timing and like I don't know with like because when my first school, which was
Mhm.
Cincinnati State for culinary,
Yeah.
that's the one I didn't finish like originally. There
Mm.
was two sections. There was the actual like bakery class and then the like cooking class. So I was just like,
Ah,
my biggest issue was cutting because of my wrists and my hand. So I'm like, I'm not finna go through all of that. I'm not a pastry guy. Like I'm not even going to even try to put my hands and body through that. I want to
mm,
learn it, but on my own time.
right.
Mhm.
So what out of the ones that you baked, what was like the top one that people said, "Hey, this is pretty good."
Uh, Nothing special. Probably like some lasagna or like something like that. Like nothing
Okay.
too extravagant. A meatloaf or like, because I'm not really like into maybe a salmon.
Okay.
Yeah, like lasagna, meatloaf, like salmon. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely interesting. Interested rather in that meatloaf because I'm not really a meatloaf fan,
Hmm.
but if they say it's good, hey, I'll try it out.
So, fun fact: growing up, I didn't like nothing. Like I didn't like none of the food. Everything I eat now, you couldn't dare me to like try it.
Oh
I
wow.
was so basic. Like it was just chicken sandwiches from McDonald's or like chicken nuggets and tenders. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't like veggies. I didn't like peppers and onions. I didn't like.
Uh-huh.
But like I don't know. I had surgery on my back.
Uh-huh.
And I guess when I woke up, my whole taste buds just came to life because I was just eating everything that the people brought. So, and like I didn't eat like sour cream, cream cheese. It was just nothing but ranch and ketchup.
Oh
But
wow.
now I eat a lot of things. Like
Okay.
I try a lot of stuff, and you know.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, my kids, two of them are very picky,
Hmm.
and so especially the middle child is always the middle child, right? But definitely it's like no nothing, just plain cheeseburger,
Hmm.
just cheese and ketchup, that's it.
Hmm.
Or nuggets, like you said. So definitely can really or mac and cheese and that's it, you know.
I also used to tell people I eat what I can afford. So that
Mm,
was the thing. I was like, no. If it's in my kitchen. That's another thing that made me start cooking. Like if it was in my kitchen
uh-huh.
and I just needed to cook something up, I'll open the cabinet, the fridge, and freezer, and just like put something together and see if it works.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That's a good way of cooking,
Hmm.
learning different things.
Hmm.
It reminds me of I'm into anime because my kids, my oldest one, he likes what's it called? Food Wars.
Hmm.
So like I watch it, it's so funny because he's like, "Oh, I want to make this now today."
Yeah.
But that's really cool. Okay. So, um talking about your creative process, right? As
Hmm.
a recording artist, uh and all the different areas that you're phenomenal in, how do you tap into the creativity? Do you have like a ritual or some type of regiment, habits that help you stay inspired?
With music, it typically I'm a mood writer, so I don't like to force create no songs unless like even if I'm in the studio with somebody else or like somebody got something. If I'm
Mhm.
not feeling that vibe, I'm not feeling that vibe. So I'm not
Mm,
going to force myself to create something.
okay.
Sometimes I might just to see if I can push myself through to get to that point,
Mhm.
but usually it just it's all on the mood or like my last album. I had to the reason why I love that album so much, I had to go back to childhood memories and teenage memories and get to that mood and that
Uh-huh.
feeling again to be able to write those feelings out and create that point
Mhm.
to rap to a song.
Oh,
So that's typically how I create. But with food, it's totally different. Like I have to get up, get my energy right, listen to some music,
right.
just make sure nobody's in my kitchen. That's like my biggest problem. Like just
Right?
get out my way, like and just prepare to deal with people.
Mm,
That's the biggest difference from like being in the studio and recording and writing at home and writing in the studio versus selling
Mm.
food and dealing with people with food.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's not gonna like a burger made this way, or you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot different.
That's true. But like, speaking about burgers being made a specific way, um, did you find like that secret sauce to that burger that people say, you know what, I really like
Yeah.
this burger because of his sauce?
It. I mean, honestly, I tell people this all the time. Food is so with a burger. It's only so much you can do with like, of course, ketchup, mustard, mayo, but like people do that already. So like some people might like a little spice to it, a little jalapeno to go with it, a pickle instead. Or that's typically what I'll do. I'll try to see like what works with the toppings and the ketchup, the mustard, the mayo. Something like a lot of people might not like mayonnaise instead of Miracle Whip. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do that's really different. You can
Right.
sit down and research like so many ways to create certain sauces, but
Wow.
there's there's already a lot of sauce that's made. So
Yeah.
what people does is just put them in different combinations and see if it works.
Mm,
And 9 times out of 10, it might work, but there's always going to be that 1 to 2 people who don't like that sauce. So
true.
it is what it is. Like,
So translating the sauce into your music,
hmm
you seem like you have a different groove, between your songs. So
hmm
how do you figure out, okay, I'm gonna put this sauce in this record and this sauce in that record, if you get what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying because it's just about being versatile. Like, that's one thing I cherish about who I am. That's why
Uh-huh.
another thing that goes back to I'm just Banks. Like, there was a point where I was like, I did like, what is it called? I guess auditions. Like, I went to like competitions and stuff. Came
Uh-huh.
third, second place a lot of times and stuff. Won a few. And a lot of responses was that like we don't know like what is your sound? What is your sound? Like we
Mhm.
like your soul sounds. We like your like turned up sounds. We like your vibey sounds. And I'm just that's one thing I don't think I'm ever gonna force myself to box
Mm,
myself in. And I made it. I
yeah,
made even a project called "Don't Box Me In" because it was like
yeah,
people see me and me being disabled and like
right.
I guess when I first came out and I'm talking about all the sad stuff, these soulful things that I went through and stuff like that, they don't expect you to have the party life as well. Like yes, I
Oh,
live, I am human, I'm 28. I did go
yeah.
to college, like I do have fun. I'm not just sad all the time.
Mm,
So I just live by that motto, like just don't box yourself in. I'm just me.
mhm,
I I made this song yesterday because I was happy. Tomorrow I might be sad, so I'm gonna write that same song.
mhm.
Now, should you put it out if you have a fun catalog of 100 songs?
Mm,
Maybe that's something you should reconsider. But if you go through my dialogue, my catalog, you'll see the variety of fun,
right.
sad, vibey, whatever you want to call it. So
Mm, I see. Shout out to Capone and Master Yo. Thank you for joining us tonight.
yeah.
Uh, so, talking about, can you share your struggle, your experience as a survivor, and how it shaped your approach in life and your career?
Yes. I always say like life has its way of showing you things.
Mm,
Just even to today, I'm still learning. Like them eye openers are important. It's all about how you
right,
live and learn from it.
right.
I've I had I would say I had what's the word? I had the honor
Okay,
to learn it early on in life.
I see.
By living with my disability. People always ask me like, would you think you'll still be this way if you wasn't disabled? And it's like
Hmm,
that's a question that's just like I would never know because
right.
I wouldn't. I would like to say I would have the same mindset, but
Yeah.
you never know because I didn't have the opportunity to live through those feelings. So
Right.
being disabled, growing up, starting at the age of 5 on up, you go through life changes every year. You go because like especially as a little boy,
Yeah.
like growing into a young man, into a man, a teenager, whatever you want to call it. You go through these adversities where you have to just it's a mentality first. Like
Mm.
your mentality has to be very, very strong. You
Mm.
have to be very aware of like just humanity, like and ignorance. A lot
Yeah.
of people are just uneducated and unaware, and you have to be able to control your emotions. But it's also okay if you can't because you are growing and
Yeah.
learning through these problems as well as these other people. I like to give people grace, but I don't like ignorance.
Yeah.
So if I tell you something and you still portraying this energy to other
Mm.
people that you see that's like me, that's just ignorance.
Mm.
So learning through that, I just learned that like everybody has its way.
Yeah.
I guess my way, because I used to always ask like, why was I given this life or whatever? And my life isn't bad. It's not bad. So I'm not gonna, but it could be amazing. It could be so much better. So I always try to balance that and be like, look, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but obviously God put me in this position
Mm-hmm.
for a certain reason. And my goal with that is to continue to just push myself forward with music and the struggles, and I embrace the struggles at this point. Like when when I have major setbacks from my disability, like
Mm-hmm.
with school, for example.
Right.
I'm not sure if I shared this, but the reason why I had to stop going to Cincinnati Cooks was because it was a weekend and I had just started like really enjoying it. Like I was like
Mm.
happy. I was getting up, and people know I'm not a morning person. The
Mm.
classes was from 8 to 3. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's a 10-week program. Went for like
Mm.
a week, and then they end up sending me home and told me I had to go through this. It's called Ohio Disability Service or
Mm.
something. I actually got my third appointment tomorrow. You have to go through this program in order for them to understand like what you're physically capable of to do in the kitchen.
Right.
And it was just like it was such a gut punch. Like
Mm.
I literally had to stop going for the whole like semester
Wow.
program until I finished this 90-day program.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
like I was mentally prepared. I put music to the side. It was
Yeah.
just like a gut punch, and it was one of the things where it was like another
Mm.
situation that's out of my hands. Like I
Mm.
was I was enjoying it. My
Mm.
classmates were cool. Everybody was getting to know each other, and for them to just pull me out at the last, it was a Friday at the end of the day. I was just like, yeah, you have to go. And when they gave me the paper, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go over the weekend and get this settled.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, you have to come back like after this program. And I'm like,
What?
that was tough. Yeah, that was tough. It almost got me, but I was just like, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go back. Like I'm
Yeah.
going back. So once I'm finished with this meeting tomorrow, I think I have two more, and then I get to go back to school.
So there's like a specific protocol. Don't they? I don't know. I guess in my mind, I'm thinking that they would facilitate, the tools, the equipment in place.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
So that's what the program I'm doing now. So it's like they examine your disability. They see I'm gonna have to go through like kitchen things and see like what I'm gonna have to do and like what can I lift and what can I cut. So when I do go back to school, there's certain requirements that I might not have to do. Like like I might not have to be the person lifting boxes. They'll put me over
I
here.
see.
So I respect it, but that was something that I think that they should have took me out of day one. Like I would have rather when I came to sign up and do my orientation, you can physically see that I'm disabled. And when I
Right.
did my application, I put that I'm disabled. So for you to allow me to go 5 days, 8 to 3, and we was in the kitchen immediately.
Yeah.
Like, we had to learn the key words, fire, behind,
Right. Mm-hmm.
yes, chef, like all of the main
Mm.
words. And I'm doing all these things, and you just pulled me out of that. It felt like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that that happened, but they should, be more cognizant when
Yeah.
when even facilitating classrooms. You know what I mean? Like, I think the situational awareness is what people need to adhere to, if that makes sense.
Right.
Shout out, there's a lot of people joining us. Thanks, Nat. Thanks for joining us, Masio. And thank you for the shout out to you, Banks from Capone. Keep pushing for greatness. Don't let anything hold you back. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Much love. I appreciate that.
Wow. Wow. This is a very interesting experience, coming from a food perspective, because I know we were talking about food safety, and shout out to I Said It
Hmm.
from our last panel discussion.
Hmm.
So that this is very interesting as far as you getting into the whole culinary arts
Hmm.
space.
Yeah.
But wow.
Because I
So
remember you talked about the cleanliness, the awareness of like food being clean. Like that's what they teach you. Like for the first, when you come in, they make you like wash your hands. They make sure like everything you do. If you move a tray, if you don't have on gloves, before you go to the next station, wash your hands. There's no like don't use sanitizer. Like they say, the best way is to clean your hands. So we did that for
yeah.
like 3 4 days straight, which was washing your hands, and then we went through like all of the healthy protocols. So like I
Mhm.
was very understanding of what you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no joke. Like it's like surgery. You know,
Mhm.
you have to wash your
Literally.
hands between right operations, of course, but different protocol. But yeah, and this is for you, not for me today, because you know how that's my passion. So
Right, right.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stay focused tonight because I can be talking about foodborne illness and pathogens all night long
I
with y'all.
understand. I understand.
That's my passion. Um, so okay, what messages do you hope to like convey through your music? And how do you connect your personal experiences with your artistry?
I think people live as they go. So I don't want to like. I'm like I said, I'm 28 now, and when I first started writing music, I was like 19. When I first started recording, I was like 21 and 2021, and I don't have the same message that I had when I was 21. So
Mm,
it's not frustrating for me now because I'm getting the recognition that I wish I had when I first started
okay,
delivering this message back when I was 21, 22, 23.
right.
Yeah, we had that COVID era.
Yeah.
So a lot of that, was, but that actually helped me because I dropped a project during COVID, and
Okay.
there was a lot of social media. So like people were tapped in, and I think, like I said, this goes back to me saying that like I don't want the world to just think I'm sad, I'm hurt, I'm
Right.
angry. My experience is my experience. But what I do recognize is I'm going to meet people on the way who don't know me, who
Mm,
never met me, who never seen me. So, of course, when they see me, they're gonna hear my last album, which was Once Upon a Child,
yeah.
which uh, it'll be going on 2 years here soon. And now I'm working on my new project, and I'm like they're gonna hear that, and then it's probably gonna be like, oh, so this isn't like just who he is. So I just want to deliver like my main message is to live and like cherish moments and embrace moments, but don't let those moments define who you are. Like so, like I always say, I'm a mood writer. So if I'm sad and I put something out, I understand that that was a moment in my life.
Right.
Like, don't portray like he's only like he's a sad dude. I don't. No, I'm not just sad. I'm not just fun. And even like I have that other moment where like people know me. If those who know me in real life, I am
Right.
like the party person. I'm the fun. I'm the fun guy. Like people come literally call me and message me. What's going on today? Where's the vibes? What's going on? Where are we at? Like who? Because a lot of people know me and like in my city and stuff, and everybody like, what's the vibes? What's going on today? And there be days where I just be going like, I just want to lay down. I just want to watch TV. I don't want to. I don't want to be that person today. Like,
Right.
but I do it anyway because
Mm.
I appreciate those people. But then there are moments like today where I'm like, I want to be in the house. It's cold. I have to do this today. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay in the house. And that's pretty much the message. Just stop trying to judge everything off those moments. Like,
Mm.
because everybody's not perfect. Like, there's no perfect person. Now, like I said, ignorance, if it's repetitive,
True.
now I can't even give you grace. Like I can't, but I'm still the type person that will. Just because like
Mm.
I understand everybody has a different like life. Everybody has a different upbringing. So it's
Yeah.
like it's so hard for me to judge people. And even if I judge you, like I'm gonna momentarily judge you. Like it's not gonna be nothing crazy. Like I'm not gonna see you and be like, "You the dude that was fighting last week," and then next week, "Are you the dude that I said that was fighting last week?" Last week, like why can't I remember the conversation that we had after that? Like I just don't. I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I just don't like when people judge people like
Mm.
over and over and over and over.
So true. So true. Two equivalent. Shout out to two equivalent. Savage D1000. Two equivalent said, "Nice message, fam. Keep pushing." And he says, "Facts."
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Wow. Yeah, it's just really interesting. Um, say for instance, we'll have aliens come tomorrow, and then there's purple alien, blue alien. How are you? You
You
know,
never know. Like you just never know.
but
There's no rule book to life. I say that all the time. There's no rule book to life.
right,
Um, it's just all about like I tell people. There's three things, and like my this is my generation. My generation been doing this, and they be like, even I do it. I catch myself doing it. Like, what's your zodiac sign? Then I be like, oh, okay, well that explains it. But then I'm not going to define you based off that. I'm going to try to get to know your upbringing as well, then your personality, what you're doing as an adult, like, and that's a conversation me and my mom have all the time.
oh,
Because she's kind of stuck in her ways, and
okay,
it's like, but I understand you lived your life longer than me, so like you think you're not in the scene like I am. You're not. You didn't go to school with me. You didn't go to my high school, so you don't
right,
know the different approaches of things. So that's what I try to look like. Also understand, but the world is so judgmental. It's okay though. It's just
yeah,
you can't help it. Can't help it. It's just a reality thing. Like if you see something you don't like, you just don't like it. That's just what it is.
yeah. The way I've said to other artists, I stay in my lane, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's the best way to do things here in this planet. So,
Yeah.
but moving on, how has it being like from Cincinnati, and how has it shaped your work and perspective in life? Do you think this city Cincinnati sets apart like the creativity? Is it a different type of creativity and culture from
I do.
other cities?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think it's a different type of struggle. It's a different type of grit. Like we have Cincinnati has this like it's kind of a dog eat dog city. I'm not.
Okay.
It's hard to. I don't want it to be that, but I understand why it can be that sometimes. But every city has that. That
Right.
like every city has that moment or those moments before they become major. Because Cincinnati isn't like big. We always say Cincinnati's so small. Your mama was like. We always say like, oh, I know that person. That's your mama. That's your cousin. Like
Right.
and that's what it is. That's how it is with me. Like I said, I didn't start doing music till like a young adult. So like the last thing anybody expected, even myself, was for me to become an artist. Like
Mm.
I didn't never like I would be lying if I said at 15, 16, 17, I thought I was gonna be a rapper. Nah.
Wow.
Not close. I knew I wanted to be some sort of entertainment world. That's
Uh-huh.
what I love, reality TV. I would have loved to audition for the real world and go on there and maybe
Okay.
do music through there.
Yeah.
But um Cincinnati, we just hungry. Like we
Okay.
have this hunger and a little bit of anger. Like there's a like we angry. Like it's an angry city. Like, but
Oh,
it's more of like just because we want more for our
okay.
city and like we do expect more. We should have more.
Oh,
And we're growing together. I do think like with the music scene, a lot of it is coming together a lot. That's why I love my team. BTB, Be the Best Records. Like I love everybody on our team because we are like we even though we all have different upbringings, but we so similar in like understanding what it takes to be great and where we want to go to be great. Like shout out
oh,
to everyone, like everybody, like my whole team.
yeah.
Shout out. I'm not gonna name them all. It's too many of them, but
Shout out.
they know like we talk about it all the time. Like we are hungry for this,
Mm.
and we all going in different directions, but we all fighting to be at the same location at the end of the day. We just taking
Mm.
different routes. So
Mm.
yeah,
Well, shout out to your team, BTB, for
thank
sure.
you, thank you.
So, you're welcome. So, you've made a name for yourself as the food blogger, right?
Hmm.
How did you first develop your love for food, and how do you connect with food with your creative process and music and writing?
I would say like honestly for my dad, um, like I said, I didn't used to eat, like
Right, right.
I didn't used to eat at all. Like my mom, but I used to be hungry. Like I would come home from school, like mom, hungry. Can we go here? Can you cook this? And then the food would come, and like I would just sit there. I didn't know if it was something with my disability, if it was just like my
Mm,
appetite, my stomach couldn't take certain things. I didn't know what it was, but like I would literally be hungry. The food would come, and I wouldn't be able to eat.
mm.
Food just. I think it was just a me trying things like
Oh,
because like I wanted to find something that I was good at, like, and like
okay.
I knew that it is physical, but it's
Yeah.
not like a sport. You
Uh-huh.
know, let me take that back because a lot of chefs would kill me if they heard me say that. Um, it's not a crazy sport like an entertainment sport. Let's say that. Um, but it was something that I knew that I wanted to do just
Uh-huh.
based off my my dad.
Okay.
And when I went to live with him in Columbus, I was still in high school,
Uh-huh.
and he had a food truck, and we used to go down into the city and like I didn't do no cooking, but I
Okay.
used to like watch him cook. I worked the
Okay.
window, like I used to go get people, take them their food, take orders, do a cash.
Okay.
So I was good with math and stuff like that. But like I'm like I don't want to do this. I want to be like back there cooking
Uh-huh.
and making the menu. But
Oh.
even now, like people like that know me, I don't want to. I don't. That's not something. That's why I stopped doing food and really went into the music. That's not. It wasn't something that I seen
Mm,
past that. Like I didn't see past when I want to do it. Like
mhm.
I don't want to be in the kitchen all the time. Like I don't. That's not. I didn't want to be. I wanted to learn how to cook for myself and my family and
I
my friends.
see.
But I didn't want to become a chef to like cater venues. And then there was one time I was watching a show and there was a lady. She was like, there was a chef. She was like, I catered a wedding or a baby
Right.
shower, and it was like $275,000. And I was like, well, I want to be a chef. Like that's a lot of money. And then I didn't think about it. She had to prepare 40 meals. No,
Yeah.
no, she had to prepare for 40 people. It was a
Oof.
appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. So I
Mhm.
started thinking like, no, yeah, no, 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 I'm cool. I'm cool. I can do a 20 minute, 30
Right.
minute, 45 minutes to an hour show of music
Uh-huh.
and make $20,000, $40,000, and go on toward it. No, I'm not. I don't want to be in the kitchen. That's too much.
It's you we think, it's funny. It's like when you look at these cooking shows, because I love watching the cooking shows,
Same.
and you're like, oh wow, yeah, I can go to the store and I have like what 30 minutes to go grocery shopping.
Exactly. No. No.
Then and then just like all that stress though, then I like the anticipation, but
Mhm.
all the stress behind it, and then you got the client, right? Your clientele is like,
Exactly. And
it's
you
not
have to
cooked
make sure it's
yet.
good. You have to make sure it's good and on good timing. When you cook it for
Man,
yourself and your family, that's not a priority for you. Like you don't. They're even if they are paying you, you want to present good quality and good timing
yeah,
for things like that's my biggest thing. When I be on a truck and they be like, I remember the first day when I got the offer for the truck. I knew exactly what I was cooking. I knew how I was gonna do it. I went in
uh-huh,
my kitchen and I set up my line station in my kitchen,
right.
and I was like just practicing prepping because I had a team. I had two other people.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, she here, he here, I'm here, boom, 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 bow.
Right.
Then when we got to the truck,
Uh-huh.
some of the equipment stopped working, and
Oh no.
we had to adjust. And it's a bar, so the truck was outside the bar.
Oh
It's
my
called
God.
Somerset Bar, OTR downtown. The people come out, they drunk, they hungry, they want food, so they in line. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay, let me take your order, get your order, and I'm calling it out. We trying to get it out. And what I don't do to learn, I did this. Well, I didn't do that the first day,
hmm.
but I stopped doing certain things. Like I wouldn't take your money until we was doing a transaction with the food and the money
Gotcha.
because I don't want you to be impatient. Once you give me your money, that's what it like. In your
Oh
brain, you thinking like, I gave this person my money, I want my food, I want my food,
yeah.
I want my food. But if you ain't give me your
Mm,
money yet, you took your order, you still got time to leave, and like we
right.
good. So I did that, and that's the good thing about like preparation and having like
Mm,
a good team. Because cooking by
right.
yourself, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna work. You can't
Wow.
take orders. You can't prep the order. You can't cook the order because when you're working on a truck, 9 times out of 10, there's some pre-cooked stuff, but you gotta like make stuff fresh. Like,
Mm,
you know. So it was really a good experience. I made a good amount of money. I
yeah.
had days where I didn't sell anything. Like
Okay.
we did all this food, we bought all this food, get on the truck, and we just sitting there. I'm sending my team out to go inside the bar, let people know it's food out, sticking my head out the window, invite people. But that's the thing about food. You just might be hungry, they might not be hungry. So
Hit or miss.
yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
enter that business. I couldn't afford to take a loss.
That's a good point that you made, as far as like people holding their money until
Hmm.
the food is done,
Hmm.
because it's that level of stress again, right?
Hmm. Yep.
So there's like less stress having to for them to keep bickering you about where,
Exactly.
where's my food at?
Exactly. Where's my food? Did you pay me already? Yours coming up, and then they see somebody else getting their food because they don't know that they might have a smaller order. Like they probably just order fries. You ordered a burger, some tenders, and fries, and you paid me already. So you mad that the person behind you got their fries? Well, it was just fries. That don't take. So, but the customer's always right. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta get them everything they need, and yeah, it was like I said, it was a very very good experience. It's kind of like me. I hate ordering stuff. I
Mm,
don't like ordering stuff from Amazon. Like
mm,
none of that because like once my money is gone, I
yeah.
want my stuff right now. I don't.
Right.
I'm one of them people like that, so I understand the mentality because people work hard for their money, so you
Yeah.
don't you don't want to feel like you're taking a loss.
Yeah. That's so true. I guess that's why cash is still king, supposedly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they say crypto and all these other things, but if you have cash in your hands, this in this economy, I think I've been hearing different things on Instagram and different social media platforms. Keep your cats underneath your bed, or in
Please,
your
yes.
or whatever in your mattress, rather. Oh, it's getting real. But so what inspired you to start writing books and scripts? And do you see writing as like a way to expand your legacy beyond music?
Yeah. Storytelling and so I could throw the sauce out there. I've never told anybody this. So this goes back to me wanting to be on reality TV, and the real world and give a perspective.
Uh-huh.
Um, Me and my best friend, we used to do this thing called People Watch. Like, and
Okay.
it was so entertaining. Like,
Yep.
we just always think like, I wonder what people think when I walk out of a Kroger and it's a person like all the way over there in their car. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're saying. So we used to do this thing called People Watch, and like you could just see the different perspectives and lifestyles of other people. So I'm like, I want to write about that. Like I wanted to write about it, and I just started writing, and I literally made characters. I can't go into full detail. I
Okay,
don't
that's fine.
do that. I literally made full characters. Now some
Oh,
of these characters, they're not like real,
okay.
but they have real life perspectives on like it
Huh.
was. This is what the concept is. It's like teacher versus student,
Okay.
and then like teacher in school, um, police officer victim, um,
Hmm.
chef customer,
Okay.
like just the other. Now it's not to that extent, but it's like different living lifestyles. Whether it's a different culture, whether it's a different race, whether
Huh.
you're like disabled, whether you're not, whether you have kids, and the person that don't have kids, just the mentality of what you're going to do in certain situations. So
Oh.
when I started writing that, I started writing it, and then it started transitioning into a show. So I'm
Oh.
like, I want this to be a series, like a TV series, but I want the book to come out first,
Right.
or the show come out first, and the book come out with more details. Like
Hmm.
one thing about it is, I when I started this, it went a whole different direction. It was just like I was on the phone with one of my guy friends, and I was telling him because he was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Working on my book, on my story and TV show." And he was like, "Well, do you have a plot?" And I'm like, "Huh? Like a plot? What is that?" Like I'm just writing. Like there was no beginning, there was no ending. It was
Okay.
I was just going, and he was like, "No, like you have to have."
Right.
And I'm like, "You know what? You right. I'll be going and going and going and going." But and the best thing about it is you can change stuff as you go. You go back and like I've shared it like I got like 32 pages right now, like one and a half chapters, two chapters, and
Uh-huh.
I showed like my friends and stuff, and they like, yeah, like we don't. They some of them just like stop reading because they want to like see it for
Right.
themselves. But one thing I can say that is time consuming. So I've
Oh
been
yeah.
working on this for about 3 4 years,
Okay.
and it's 32 pages completed now. But if I
Wow.
was to overall, there was way more than that because I had to start over multiple times because I was adding characters, changing the plots, and just doing
Yeah.
the things because I wanted to be right.
Yeah.
And time, like life things in the real world happen. So it's like I wanted to make sure
Right.
I enhance that into the stories and the
Right.
books because it's about reality
Okay.
and overall. That's the goal here. It's about reality and perspective. So
Mm.
I'm just like I don't know. My brain be going, and when it gets to going, I'll be up from midnight to 5 a.m. and won't even recognize it
Oh
because
my gosh.
going. But I can't wait. I cannot wait to share it.
It sounds really cool. Interesting. It's funny when you said that you had to keep changing the storyline because of the characters, your
Mm,
additional characters.
mm.
It reminds me of like what the Air Force says, right? You have to build the plane as you fly. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
you build the plane as you fly? You fly.
Mhm. I, I I get it. I get it. It's honestly like building a song. The thing about a song is just small. It's just shorter. You're not. Well, people have done it. People have made 10-minute songs, But you
Right.
have to understand the attention span of certain things.
Okay. Well, it looks like DS Skills Harris joined and also Anxious Money. Shout out to Anxious Money. He said here, he said, what's it going to be called? Can you get that or no?
Uh, uh, I'll be releasing that information soon.
Okay.
Okay. It's just know it.
TBD.
It's around living lifestyles. It's gonna have something
Living
with that
life.
in it. It's
Okay.
gonna have something with that in it. It's going because the book and the show isn't going to be called the same thing,
Okay.
but
Living
it's going
life.
to be like you're based off this story. You gonna understand it. And
Okay.
somebody asked me like, did I want to pitch it to like Tubi, Netflix stars, and all that? I don't. I don't.
Oh.
I don't want to do none of that. I'm on my own production team. I
Hmm.
want to pick my own cast, like
Hmm.
all of that, because Netflix loves to cancel things, and I,
Yeah, man.
I ain't getting canceled.
Right? Because
I would YouTube series if I have to.
it's crazy because like even this one comedian I saw on Instagram said they didn't pick me up, but I started my own,
Hmm. Hmm.
thing. And got hits from TikTok and Instagram and people subscribing to his show. So
Yeah.
it can be done. So let's go ahead before because I know we're coming down on time here. I wanted to show the audience one of your songs, maybe which one should I pull up?
You can do the Give Kids the World. You can do um
Give.
you can
Okay.
do the one I just did with my team, my labor mate Kyrie. The world is states. I mean the world is ours. Um
Okay, let me see.
I don't I just whatever pops up, honestly.
Let's see. I'm actually okay. Here, hold tight, guys. I'm doing something.
No
One
problem.
second. Let's see. I'm gonna share the screen. Maybe you can help me out here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Could you spell it out for me?
So if you could do just do Kyrie BTB. KHARBTB.
K-A-H.
KHARI.
Yeah, that's BTB. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I had earlier. Okay, here it goes.
That's him right there.
Okay.
It should be the latest one right there in the videos. The word is ours.
What is
Is
out?
that it right there? Yeah, to the left. Yep.
Okay, here we go, guys.
This is actually his song featuring myself, but this is like one
Oh,
of the
okay.
biggest ones.
The world keeps spinning. The world keeps spinning. Yeah, quicksand inside the hourglass, sinking as the hours pass, drinking just to hide the past. It's all a blur. The moment's been a spur. I feel like Popovich, the way I'm running plays to get up out of this predicament. We in it though, the way we moving, don't know where the time to go. They try to downgrade us, but we on a roll. Can't afford the coast. I'ma do the most for all the times before. The kind of shots we miss cannot be fixed in post. It's all or nothing. Never bluffing, learning something that's in my genes. I never slack. Feeling invalid, feeling like Atlas got the world up on my back. I'm in shit in this world of ours. Nasir said it was yours. Then why we acting like some cowards? Make a move. Too many liars made it through, and those liars made it cool. James St. Patrick, I'ma die inside my truth. I spent hours just to write, just to give it all to you, but I ain't giving to myself. I always got something to prove in this world of ours. I've been trying hard to feel something, yeah, cause I know something real coming, yeah. Baggage tell me how to heal from it. Thank for a jab and I'm numb, I don't feel nothing, yeah. But this world keeps spinning. I say this world keeps spinning. Yeah, this world keeps spinning. I say this world keeps spinning.
Shit. What is life without a time clock? This work is going circles. Let me feel it like my time block. Work my ass off. Still grinding on my own block. They thinking we don't have a choice. Watch me make it on top. for real. With the palm of my hands, writing music in the studio got me plotting out plans. But this life it keep you stuck 6 feet in the sand, and the snake and shake your hands got you thinking we friends. Got me spilling on this beat, let tequila do the job. Shout out Carrie for this bucket, cause he threw your boy alive. And it's where we really ours better, where we do our job. BTB, we ain't no game, family just like the mob, but it's no love lost. I just need to be dolo, cause the vibe can keep you up and down, just like a yo-yo, and my heart went to the ground. Everything feeling solo, please don't even make a sound, cause I might just go loco, but there's world peace.
I love this landscape.
Shout out to Pope, our cameraman.
Pretty.
And tonight I'm drinking to the sucker. God bless their pretty little heart. I'm always on your side, and if you master patience, I can heal you from your cries. But I don't wait for no man. If you waste me, then you die. With so many regrets, forever in your depths. Too many people kill me, but my concept resurrects, and it all been evolved throughout the ages. Many stages I progress. Sometimes I'm moving fast, sometimes I'm moving slow, but it's always in your head. Sometimes you wondering where I go. I know you spent me with some people that don't serve you. As a kid, you probably wish I didn't exist, cause you had a curfew. I can help you, I can hurt you. Give me space and I give you hurdles. Judges gave me to your brother and your cousins and your uncles. I know I make you panic more of me. You so demanded. I left Yaya, I left Papa, and you still don't understand it. You still don't use me so wisely. You still can't comprehend it. You got plenty of me left, but don't take me for granted. Time.
Wow.
I love
Wow,
it.
that's amazing. My goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah, I kept the excuse me, I caught the clip, but not the full version, like the latter part. I missed that one. So this was really nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I know that you're only a few more questions for you, sir.
Okay.
Now I'll let you go.
No,
So
good.
what advice would you give to others who are facing personal challenges, especially health-related ones? And how do you keep moving forward even when the odds are against you?
First things first with the health one.
Okay.
I'm learning that myself. Like as time goes on, because I have a very amazing passion for music and just anything in life. I like to try to force myself to do anything. Fun fact: that video, I had an asthma attack like an hour after that. So like that's crazy that you asked that. Learn your body, listen to your body, do everything you need to do first. Everything else gonna still be here. Your music,
Yeah.
your food, your friend, your friends, entertainment will still be here.
Yeah.
Put your health first. Go to all your doctor's appointments. Listen to your body. When your body tells you to rest, rest. I'm saying this out loud, and I need to listen to myself when I'm saying this. If you feel sick, take that day off. Like
Yeah.
you only get one life. Health is very, very important. And then
True.
embrace that into your music or whatever you're doing. Do it as just as hard as you would when you had that free when you wanted to do it the first time. Because yeah, you're not gonna be able to even fully go into that mode if you sick or if you
Yeah.
hurting and stuff. So you're gonna always hurt yourself in the long run. So
Hmm.
that's like the main thing with health. Um and the second what was the second question?
Oh, the second was basically how do you move forward when, even obstacles are against you, like the
Oh yeah.
obstacle that you face. Yeah.
Um just know that there's always more, there's always something else. Um the sun go down, the sun comes up.
Yeah.
The days to take the next day, like life ain't always peaches and cream. You're gonna
Yeah.
go through these phases, like even if the minor things can add up. So it's like you want to just embrace those moments. I think I shared with you before.
Yeah.
I said it podcast. Um, I went to an island called Give Kids the World, and there was just so many different disabilities, and I was just yeah, no, no, stop complaining, but it's hard. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
There's a million other people who are physically normal. I hate the word normal, but physically normal. They don't have a disability, so it's like as a young man, a young adult, or young woman, or whatever, when you see these other people who has these things, it's kind of hard to not go home and be sad or mad and upset, but just embrace that God still got you on this earth, and if you, I can't even speak for others when I say this, but just speaking on myself, just embrace those days, embrace every good day, and
Yeah.
and understand every bad day. It's not going. The next day
Yeah.
might be bad. Next day might be better. The
Right.
next day gonna get better. It's just go day by day, step by step.
Right.
Like starting from a baby, you learn how to walk, you learn how to crawl, you learn how to do everything. So just kind of go through that moment.
Yeah. The whole thing about normalcy is like what is normal? Because
Exactly.
a lot of us are we have probably have diagnoses that are undiagnosed, if that makes sense. Like where
Hmm.
it's not reported, especially mental health, So but anyway, thank you for that.
Hmm.
What's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects, collaborations that you're excited about?
Yes, I have a project currently dropping this summer called The Big Deal.
Okay.
Um, I'm very excited about this project. It's very fun. It's very vibey. It's summer vibes. My birthday is next month. So I'm just going out with the summer with a bang. I'll be 29, my last year in my 20s.
Uh oh.
So I just enjoy it. And yeah, a lot of videos coming out. I have more podcast interviews, just trying to travel.
Okay.
Um, just trying to live more free.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this weather to just get right.
I know
So I
that's
can
right.
be outside and do what I need to do and embrace. The book, I will be continue to work on that. The food stuff, for the blogging, I'm probably gonna take like a major break on that until I get back in school and have the time to really show my work rather than forcing it just because people know that I do it. My main focus right now is oh sorry. My main focus right now is my health and music
Mhm.
and just kind of maintaining that.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to hear more about your upcoming projects,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting, especially your birthday coming up. Is there
Yes, yes.
any? Well, you don't have to mention, but if you want, like any particular, like overseas or in.
I wish.
Okay.
No, just something local. I want to plan. I'm planning an adult field day and
Okay.
a dinner. Um, I'm also adventurous, so you never know what happens. Like somebody might say, "Let's go here," and we could just end up somewhere. So that's
Right. Right.
me. You never know what I got going, but the rollout for the project will be starting soon.
Okay.
Very soon, you're gonna see a lot of stuff on my social media pertaining to it, and it's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming.
Okay. Well, make sure you tag me on these things.
I
And
got
it looks like Anxious Money said much respect to you, Banks, and keep inspiring us artists. Pretty, of course. Thanks, Queen, for joining us. And the last thing,
I'll
what
put
is?
my socials in the
Oh
chat.
yeah. Okay. I also have it underneath here, King. It says "I'm just Banks,"
Oh,
and
that's
that's
perfect.
the handle.
That's
If
perfect.
is that the one you want? Okay, and then
Yeah.
I'll also add some other stuff to the
Mhm.
commentary.
Okay.
Um, so when it's all said and done, what kind of impact do you want to leave behind in both your artistic work and personal journey?
That that's it's really that's a tough question. Really, just that I was a good person. And I don't mean good person like just a good guy, like good human. I was just somebody who I want to be somebody who inspired people, like
Mhm.
in a good way. I want to be good inspiration. I want to be helpful in many ways.
Yeah.
I want to be embraced. I want to be respected. Um,
Right.
I want to be remembered in an impactful way.
Hmm.
Like I want my legacy to just go, like
Yeah.
go and just thrive, and whoever ch- channels it and then take over what I got going on. I hope they have that same respect and energy towards it as well.
I love that. So, how was your experience today with InTHEknow360?
It was amazing. It was wonderful. I'm not really good at these. I would say cause like I remember my when I first started, my friends and like people used to joke like we might need to get you a was it a PR
What?
because like one of the things where they say like you can leave the hood but you can't take the hood out of you. I'm not
Right.
ghetto or like hood, but I'm just me. Like I might say some stuff that I shouldn't say, like just because I'm just it's the way I was raised. It's just who
Yeah.
I am. Like I might not say it
Yeah.
in a harmful way, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat things either. So
Right?
it's
I know
just like
that's right.
whatever. Like it is what it is. So I think I did good though.
I think you did an excellent job, outstanding job. Yeah, tell them, say I approve of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
It took a
know.
long time. It took a while. It took a lot of me doing these. So and I have things to talk about now. So
Okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell the audience tonight?
love God, love yourself, and just give grace, and be respectful. You know, pretty much it.
Okay.
Shout
Well,
out to my loved ones.
shout out to BTB as well.
Mhm.
And be sure to subscribe to Banks and NNO360. Don't forget to like, comment, and to view all the episodes on NNO360. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I think I said it all. Let's continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Master Yo and all our brothers and sisters that need our support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between NNO 360 and Mr. Banks. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me this evening
Thank you
and
for
have a
having me.
blessed evening.
You too as
So,
well.
salute.
Thank you.